Hello everybody and welcome to episode 21 Cracked Peg. I'm your host, Andrew6657. Alright guys, in this week's episode we're going to go ahead and continue our childhood favorites list. And I say continue our list because it became apparent to some people that it wasn't good enough to have a list of just my favorites, but everybody else's favorites too. So really don't want to argue about it. Let's just go ahead and do it. Number 5 on this week's top 5 list of everybody's childhood favorite toys. We're going to go ahead and go with Godzilla. That's right, Godzilla. 1991, Bandai made probably the best Godzilla figure that was ever seen. Now everybody knows that Godzilla comes from the Chinese word Gohira, which actually means Godzilla. And Godzilla is, 400 foot tall, green monster. He's a hybrid of a Stegosaurus and a Tyrannosaurus Rex put together. Now, he did get his butt beat by King Kong, everybody knows that. But still there's a couple people who really like Godzilla for whatever reason, even though there was only, 5 or 6 movies made about Godzilla. But the toy was pretty cool. It had very decent sculpting to it. Didn't have a lot of articulation, was basically just hard vinyl, but it was a good toy nonetheless. So there you go guys. Number 5, Godzilla. Number 4 on our list, we're going to go with G.I. Joe. Now these are the late 80s, early 90s G.I. Joes that came out in correspondence with the G.I. Joe cartoon at the time, and which is on Netflix, so you can check out G.I. Joe on Netflix. Growing up, I didn't have a whole lot of G.I. Joe figures, but my cousins did, and they had so many that I couldn't even count. I mean, I think, every time they went to the store, they got a brand new G.I. Joe. And anyways, I only really got one G.I. Joe that I remember actually playing with, which was Serpentor, and he came with his air chariot, and he was awesome as anything that could ever possibly come out of the G.I. Joe world. And he was green, he was gold, and he had his own air chariot. And he was just a monster. I mean, he was just the most awesome guy ever. I mean, he was just the biggest jerk that could possibly lead the entire Cobra army. I mean, he just commanded people to do stuff. And I say command people, he really said, I command thee to do this, and I command thee to do that. So I command all of you to get together, find me an original G.I. Joe Serpentor action figure with the air chariot and send it to me, please. Alright guys, number 3 on our list, Shawarma. I'm just kidding. Hot Wheels. Now, I did have a lot of Hot Wheels growing up. Now, I didn't really have a lot of Hot Wheels, like I say, like all the weird, and I had like Ferraris, I had Lamborghinis. These are the cars I wanted to have. And I also had color change Hot Wheels, which is, I hands down the best thing that I think you could make. I mean, just a car. I mean, they changed colors, and I mean, there's not really much room for intervention there, is there? I mean, I did have a really cool playset growing up where you could actually just dunk the car in different waters. And later on, they did have cooler sets where you could actually stamp different designs on your Hot Wheels, which, gotta admit, was pretty cool. But a lot of other people swear up and down they like these really cool cars that turn into sharks, or they look like sharks and they look like tigers and Pee Wee Hermans or whatever else have you. Hot Wheels cars. But my favorite Hot Wheels car growing up, and I probably have it somewhere, is it's a white Lamborghini, but in cold water magically turns hot pink. So, which was the color of the early 90s. Everything was hot pink. I don't know why it was. Alright guys, number 2 on the list, Legos. I know everybody loves Legos, and I try to keep this show centered to action figures, but apparently the little bitty Lego guys are considered action figures in some weird way or another. But anyways, growing up I had really cool Lego sets. Here's a few of the Lego sets I had. Now everybody knows the word Lego means play well, and we all played well with our Legos. And actually some of the first Legos that were ever made were made out of wood, oddly enough, but they slowly switched to Bakelite and these other early forms of plastic. And actually the design did change significantly over the time. The hollow insides and everything like that slowly evolved into what we have now. So, and now we have cool Legos, we have licensed Legos, we have Harry Potter, Star Wars, and we even have Legos specifically made for girls. Now, I know there had something called the Belleville collection for girls for a little while, but it was basically just pink blocks and horses, and it was kind of a little insulting to girls, just a tad. Some girls found that insulting. I thought it was pretty cool because I thought it really catered to stuff girls most likely wanted. But now we have the Lego Friends collection, which is all these cool little girls. They're a little bit bigger Legos, and makes for a bigger play set. But it's actually really cool, fun stuff, and kids learn a lot building Lego. They learn how to follow the instructions to build the little houses, to put things in where they need to go, hand-eye coordination, problem-solving skills. All these things come from Lego. So if you know a young person who's never had a Lego set, do them a favor. Do yourself a favor. Go buy them a Lego set. Alright guys, number 1 on this week's list. Got your wish, guys. Batman. I don't know how I forgot Batman in our huge list of things. And probably one of the first superheroes I really liked in 1989's movie Batman with Michael Keaton was the first movie I actually went to go see in a theater. Because I just wanted to see the movie so badly. My dad took me, and my dad didn't spend money on anything, let alone movies. So I did have a couple of the first action figures by Toy Biz, which weren't that great. I mean, they really didn't capture the likeness of any of the characters. But thankfully, after the second movie came out, we got Kenner to take over the licensing rights of Batman, and they gave us a huge line of cool Batman things. For instance, we didn't just have a regular Batman with a little retractable belt. We had Tech Armor Batman, and Deep Dive Batman, and Hurricane Batman, and Masked Batman, Unmasked Batman. There was a Bruce Wayne who changed into Batman. Now I know that, you know, Batman probably wouldn't be caught dead in yellow swim tights, but there's an action figure of it. Can you believe that? I couldn't believe it, but I had it. Probably one of my favorite action figures growing up. I don't know why. I think it was probably the commercials, but anyways, we had a great fun times playing with all these cool Batman toys. Even the Batmobile was included. Best Batmobile, hands down, ever. Alright guys, for the second half of the show, we're going to talk a little bit about exclusive wrestling action figures. And why? Because somebody asked me to. So here we are, talking about exclusive wrestling action figure. Now what makes a wrestling action figure exclusive? Now it could be a mail-in offer. It could be a website-only offer. You have to go to a certain website to get it. You have to go to a certain toy store to get it, or just department store. And these are usually the things that make these things exclusives. Now, growing up, I know KB Toys had a lot of wrestling exclusives. You had to go to KB Toys to even see if this figure was there. And if it wasn't there, it wasn't at Walmart, it wasn't at Target, it wasn't any other places like that. And now they have it so where certain websites like ringsidecollectibles.com, and you have to go to their website just to get this one action figure. Nobody else will have it. You have to go to them, and it's an official product. It's not like they made it themselves. So mail-ins, they really don't happen that much anymore that I've been seeing. So if there are some mail-in things out there, go ahead and give them a try. Cut up your boxes and send in your proofs of purchases and see what happens. I mean, who knows? Some of the coolest ones I've seen so far is obviously the Mattel Elite Bret Hart that's on ringsidecollectibles.com right now. They also had a CM Punk with a mask and his arm in the sling. That was pretty cool. And Ringside Collectibles, a while back, they had Taz, an exclusive Taz action figure that you could only get from ringsidecollectibles.com. And that's back when WWE was still under contract to the Jakks Pacific action figure line. So, other than that, there's San Diego Comic Con and other Comic Con exclusives like this Rey Mysterio. And one of the things I really want the most is currently exclusively only at Target, and it's the Champion Collection by Mattel. It's 4 superstars, 4 championship belts, and I would have bought it for myself already, but I know I wouldn't. I wouldn't keep the figures in there. I would take them out and I would have customized them, and I don't know why that's a bad idea. I should probably go get that collection. Alright guys, in other news today, I defeated Scorpion. No, not that Scorpion. Not that Scorpion either. This Scorpion. Oh yeah, take that, Spider-Man. Alright guys, that's it. That's all the time we have for the show. Don't forget to like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, check out my eBay auctions. I am on Formspring and anything else you can think of. And I've had a lot of people ask about giving away a free action figure lately. And I tell you what, if we get 100 subscribers on this YouTube channel or 100 likes on my Facebook, I'll go ahead and give away an action figure again, a custom action figure. So, tell your friends, retweet this video, share this video with as many people that you can, and hopefully we'll get more views, we'll get more revenue in, because you know I do make a nice 2 or 3 cents for every person who clicks on these ads down here. So these ads, click on them, give us revenue for the show. It's a 10-minute show usually, and you don't have to pay for it, so go ahead and click. I don't even know if that's legal, if I should be saying that, but that's how we get money. More people who watch, more people who click, more money. The more money I have, the more free stuff I can give away. So if I could give away free customs all day, I'd do it. My wife would kill me, but I'd do it. Anyways, don't forget, holla at your boy. Customize every single one of your toys. Laters.